Hi guys, welcome to my channel Practical Reefer. My name's Mark. Now, I've been using hydrogen peroxide 3% to dip corals in to remove sort of hair algae and bryopsis. It's been going quite well. Unfortunately, however, it's not gone so well on one of my corals, which is clove polyps. Now, what I'll do, I'll cut to a video just now that I just took a few days ago. It was just a quick glance at the corals in another video that was showing that they were nice and healthy and they were doing okay, but they weren't growing, they weren't spreading, and there was quite a bit of algae on the sort of bit of rock that they were on. So I thought if I clear that off, it'll maybe allow them to start spreading out and be a bit healthier. But however, they looked nice, they looked healthy, they had nice colours on them. It was definitely my favourite coral. It was one of my first corals, very early on, but it's not gone well. So I'll show you this little clip of what the corals looked like a week ago. I then dipped them on Friday night and we're on Tuesday now, so we're just over 3 days since I've dipped them, and it's pretty much it's the end of them, I'm afraid. So I'll let you see what they look like, and then we'll have a little chat about what they look like now, and I'll let you see them. And obviously something to be careful of. I mean, this is hydrogen peroxide 3% that I've used. It was a 2-minute dip. Whether there's a better way to do it, I'm not sure, but this is my experience with it, and I'll just let you see that now. And just a little update on the par 38s. They're doing pretty well. These clove polyps are growing pretty well. The firework cloves, not so much. A bit slower growers, but looking good. So guys, further to that little clip there, just showing you what my clove polyps were like before. I've actually had quite good success with hydrogen peroxide. Now this is a little, I wouldn't say colony, is sort of a chunky frag of zoanthids that I dipped less than a week ago, a few days ago now, and you'll see that the frag plug is very, very white. These opened up within a day or two, or a couple of days. And then also I had my mushrooms. Now the mushrooms got 2 dips. Now you see there the Florida Recordia, it's come back, it's got all its colour. The frag plug's nice and white. I had the chili red discosomas at the back there. It's come back. It kind of shriveled up a little bit for a while. That was the worst affected out of the ones. And then the rhodactis, which is fine now. Now they all had 2 dips, and they did take a little bit of a disliking to it. They had the colour kind of came out the Florida Recordia, and the chili red discosoma was probably the worst affected. It shriveled up just slightly, but it came back after a bit of time. I'd also dipped some smaller frags. So I've got some, excuse the focus there, I've got some bambams. Excuse this dirty box, it's getting replaced with a frag rack because it just gets filthy so quickly. So I've got the bambams there, I've got speckled fire and ice at the back, I've got sonic flares and rainbow rhinos, which you can't really quite see at the angle there. I've also got a mystery one from my local LFS, Nessie's Lair, which is the only one that hasn't opened up yet, so it might be a day or two behind. Now, what I did have as well is I had a spare polyp of the firework cloves, so it gave me a little bit of confidence in dipping them in the hydrogen peroxide in case anything went wrong. And for some reason with the zoas, I just went for it because I'd seen other people do them with zoas before, and with the mushrooms, I started with the rhodactis, then went on to the chili red discosoma, and then the Florida Recordia, and I did them once and they were all fine. I did them again, they were all fine, so I was quite happy with it. So I had a bit of confidence with the hydrogen peroxide. I also had a spare clove polyp. However, a few days after dipping my favourite firework clove polyps, they're just starting to disintegrate. Excuse the focus there. They're in absolute pieces. Now, for some reason, the hydrogen peroxide on this dip killed the algae absolutely first time, totally destroyed it. It just went white and fuzzy, as you see there, but for some reason it's also killed the clove polyps. Now, for whatever reason, they're a different structure, or they're just not as shielded as other corals. They maybe don't have a thicker slime coat, or with the zoanthids, they can kind of close up and protect themselves. Little feather duster's doing fine on it, actually. You can see it there just sticking out. But by the look of it, it's absolutely destroyed the clove polyps. It was one of my favourite corals, and as you can see in the video a bit before from one of my previous videos, it was healthy enough looking, but it was kind of infilled with like algae, and I thought that maybe the smaller clove polyps, the little branches that were coming off of it, just weren't developing. Like I've got the single polyp of it there, which I'd only bought a week or two ago, is starting to spread out and create new polyps. And the same with the other ones I've got there, slightly different types. This one here, I tried to pull it off a rock a couple of weeks ago, and it was stretching out and had already attached itself. I mean, that's increased in quite a bit of size. And this one here it was just 3 polyps. There was nothing at the bases, and you've got 2 at the left there, 1 at the right, and then there's a longer one coming straight ahead. So that one's spreading out as well. So I thought, oh, the firework cloves they're not really spreading or multiplying. So I thought it's maybe the algae that's causing the issue. Unfortunately, I've completely killed it by the looks of it. I'll give it a bit of time here in a slightly better flow. But I think that's it done, to be honest. But I just thought I'd share with people, if you were going to dip your clove polyps in hydrogen peroxide, and it got the same 2 minutes as any other coral that I've dipped, and it was only 1 dip that it got. So I'm not sure why it's not suitable, from what I can tell. So unfortunately, one of my favourite corals is gone, but at least I've got the little spare polyp there, so I've still got the strain, and I can let it grow out. So not a huge loss. But yeah, I just thought I'd let you guys see that. It's a bit of a shame that I've lost it, but you live and learn. But I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Give me a little like and subscribe below, and I'll catch you all next time.